The year is 1511, and Ezio has made his way back to the beginning of the series, Masyaf, in modern-day western Syria. In this franchise's version of reality, the assassins maintain their position in Masyaf for a few more decades after the closing of the first game, but the fortress was abandoned and left to be overtaken by invading Mongols. Between that point and Ezio's almost murder here, this fortress was left abandoned until Byzantine Templars moved in on the hunt for Altair's library. Moving on from there, Ezio makes landfall in Constantinople, and here is where we can unpack some of the local context. First off, Constantinople was previously known as Byzantium until about 330 AD, when the Roman Emperor Constantine transferred the empire's capital to here and completely reworked and redesigned the entire city. From that point on, this city becomes relevant in almost every conversation about the Mediterranean.
It is a work in progress.
No city in Europa has a skyline quite like this.
Well, to be precise, that is Europa. That is Asia.
Ah, some borders even the Ottomans cannot move.
While the city is now known as Istanbul, I'm going to be calling it by Constantinople because that name change didn't officially happen until the 20th century. Anyway, so it becomes an important part of the Mediterranean over 1,000 years before this game takes place, and it remains just as important as Ezio's vessel enters the harbor. This beautiful introduction to the city shows off a large reason why Constantinople is such an important city: its location on the water. It sits on the Sea of Marmara and the Bosporus Strait, which are a pair of the waterways that connect the Black Sea and the Mediterranean. This makes it crucial when it comes to trading in the former, and between the 16th and 18th centuries, the rulers of the city controlled almost the entirety of the Black Sea because of this location. Aside from its mercantile importance, Constantinople is a city almost astride two continents, Europe and Asia. Being a gateway between the two major seas and two continents has meant that many have sought to control the city and all it can offer to an empire looking to take control of the Eastern Mediterranean and more. In 1453, the city finally falls to Ottoman forces, basically ending the medieval period and altering the history of this city forever. With Islamic rulers and Eastern traditions flooding in, the city of Constantinople undertook a type of conversion. Cathedrals became mosques, its defenses were rebuilt, and the city was forcefully repopulated. This reworking of the classical city has created the fascinating place we walk around with Ezio in Assassin's Creed Revelations. It is a place that is almost uniquely Greek, Byzantine, Roman, Christian, Muslim, and Ottoman in nature. This mix means that walking around the city, visitors have a good chance of encountering an artifact deeply important to their ancestors. It also means that it has its own unique feel and unique atmosphere as we walk around in the early 1500s. Politically, Ezio's conflict with the Templars has brought him into a challenging situation. The current Sultan and his two sons are having disagreements about who is actually in charge and who should be going forth. I'm going to let the game do most of that talking, but just know that Constantinople is a city on the edge at the moment. There are deep allegiances to one son or the other, factions that can be bought and sold, and a civilian population that's less than settled. And this has been a quick examination of the time and place we find ourselves in as we play Assassin's Creed Revelations, city caught between many worlds, seas, and peoples at a moment of unrest. Makes for a fantastic game, believe me. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you liked the video, and check back next time for more Assassin's Creed content.